just going to be a trend. I'm going to always have my Starbucks. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and today I'm going to be filming my September TBR. The month of September is going to be a little bit busy for me, but not as busy as the rest of the fall because it is my first month back to school. It's been about 8 months since I've had a proper school experience at my regular school here in my hometown. Because I went abroad, school was very different for the first part of 2018 for me. But I'm going to try and get off to a good start and try and get some actual fun reading in as well as my school reading. So to start it off, I'll let you guys know what I'm going to be reading for school. The first book that I'm going to be slowly making my way through during the month of September is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Despite being in my 4th year of my English degree, I haven't had to read Moby Dick yet. Thankfully, since it's such a large book, my class is going to be focusing entirely on this book and nothing else, so I'll be able to really zone in on it and really read it critically and be able to take my time with it because it is quite a big and intimidating read. I'm doing a class called The American Tradition and my prof is indulging himself and decided to teach an entire class on his favorite American classic. The only bit I really know about Moby Dick from just previous experience is that it's a story of a voyage of a whaling ship off to seek revenge on a whale named Moby Dick for biting off the leg of the captain a few years previous. It's supposed to be this great adventure story, it's supposed to be one of the great American stories, and I'm excited to see what I think about it. One of the classes that I'm most excited to take this year is a class all on the graphic novel. It is a 4th year seminar course, so it's going to be a very in-depth and different class than ones that I'm used to. The one graphic novel that is on this list that I'm most excited to read, and the one that I'm going to read first, even if it's not first up on our syllabus, is Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. I've heard amazing things about this graphic novel. It is set during the Iranian Revolution and follows one girl and her family as she is growing up during this hectic and very intense time in her country. And I've heard amazing things about it, both from people that I know at school, people that I know outside of school, and I've also seen Hannah at A Clockwork Reader and Zoe at Read by Zoe rave about this book. I know it's going to make me cry, but those are the best books in my opinion, and I am so excited to get to read it. The next 2 books that I really want to get to during the month of September are 2 books in a series. I started this series a couple of weeks ago from the recommendation of Reagan at Peruse Project. It is the Queen's Thief series, and I'm currently reading A Conspiracy of Kings, which is the 4th book in the series, and I have yet to pick up Thick as Thieves, which is the 5th book in the series. Now, the Queen's Thief series is set in a world inspired by, I think, ancient Greece, and it follows a whole cast of characters, but mainly a thief named Jen, who is taken out of his prison cell one afternoon by the king's advisor and is taken on this whirlwind of an adventure and told that he has to try and steal something for the king. He is bragged that he can steal absolutely anything, and it has been such a fast-paced and such an exciting set of books that set in a world that really is intriguing and has a lot of different nuances to it. And I'm so excited to continue on with this series. I think there's one more book that's yet to come out, which makes me sad because I always try and read books that are, or read series that are complete so that I don't have to wait, but unfortunately this one is just too good to wait for, and I'm really excited to finish it off. The next book that I'm going to try and get to in September is As Old as Time, one of Disney's Twisted Tales, and this one is written by Liz Brazwell. Disney's come out with a whole series of books. I believe there are 5 or 6 of them out now, which are reimaginings of the classic Disney stories, except usually with a darker twist. For example, As Old as Time is about Beauty and the Beast, but in this case, Belle's mother was the enchantress that cursed the beast. And the whole story is definitely bound to be different than the original, but Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney princess movie, and I'm really excited to get to read something so unique and such a interesting take on the story. I really hope I love it. I really think I will. And I am so excited to read it. And finally, for the month of September, I hopefully will be able to get to The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've heard amazing things about this book. I've heard it is an incredible fairy story. I haven't actually read anything by Holly Black, but I've heard she's the queen of fairy stories and the queen of fairy fantasy, so I'm very excited to get into it. I'm a huge fan of Sarah J. Maas, as you can see behind me, and I heard that this is right along the same lines. It's got some rave reviews. The Cruel Prince is the story of Jude and her two sisters. When Jude was a young child, her parents were murdered, and her sisters were stolen away to the High Court of the Fairy. And all through Jude's life, all she wants to do is be accepted by the fairy, but all of the fairy hate humans and hate all of humanity, especially the youngest son of the High King, Prince Cardan. And in order to win her place, she has to disobey the young prince and accept the consequences that come along with it. The story is supposed to be very high-paced and action-oriented and has a little bit of romance in it that is always exciting. I'm very excited to get this book off of my TBR and hopefully really enjoy it in time for its sequel, The Wicked King, to come out on January 8th. Okay, and that is everything on my September TBR. A couple of those books, like Moby and Persepolis, I'm going to be working on for the most of fall, but I will be reading them in September. The other four are the ones that I want to try and finish within the month of September. I'm hoping to be able to keep up reading about a book a week, which is actually less than what I've been reading all throughout the summer. So hopefully I'll be able to balance it between work and school and all of the other reading that I have to do, but I'm excited to be able to read it. They're all supposed to be really great books, and I can't wait to share my thoughts on them with you. Please like and leave me a comment with what books you're hoping to read in September, or if you've read any of these books, please let me know what you think about them. Please subscribe if you liked this video and you're hoping to see more, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!